That's all about.
Would you explain that? Would you explain that to people so that they understand? Right?
Yeah.
Who is doing the traveling from African countries to the West? I mean, keep it real.
The whole African continent
is traveling, but who are the individuals traveling? Are they the educated, the more, I don't know, wealthy?
The educated, and if your family is rich, you can travel.
And if your family's not rich,
you can travel.
You can't go nowhere.
You can't go nowhere. You get stuck over there. Because, see, you can buy a plane ticket. That's like $2,000. How are you going to raise that money?
So, the brothers and sisters that we see coming here.
If you don't have any education background, how are you going to go to the embassy to speak English? And what documents are you going to present to them?
So the brothers and sisters we see coming here.
Okay. They are the people that they file for them. You understand? They file. Like, for instance, I'll be here for a long time, a citizen. I want to go and bring my mom. It's easy like that. But not someone who is from like live in the village. How are you going to get to the city?
See, there's a discussion in the string on Facebook right now, right? And the discussion concerns blacks from here traveling abroad and why they don't travel to Africa more, right? But the way that the discussion is phrased like blacks in America don't want to go to Africa, right? And I entered the conversation and told them, see, that's not fair because the majority of black people here don't have the money to go to Africa. But if they had the money,
they will go back.
They has to be in Africa.
Of course.
You understand? They don't understand that. They think that, because the blacks who travel, the ones who have money, want to go to Europe and shit.
But
right?
The thing is, most people travel, for so many reasons. One is like education. When you travel to America over here and you have best education, when you go to Africa, they regard that certificate like high standard than someone who obtained like his degree from Africa. You get my point? Like,
yeah, because they still got that colonization in their mind.
It's a slavery mentality because they prefer someone who has been to Harvard University than someone who like in Kwame Nkrumah University. You understand? So they think like, oh, he obtained his bachelor's or his master's from Columbus University. That's like they regard you like, being top.
I understand that.
But when you go to Africa, we have best schools in Africa. Like Kwame Nkrumah, like we have the best doctors in Ghana, Africa, but it's just.
I know.
Yeah, that's how.
I know. Yeah. I know a lot of doctors here that work in Harlem Hospital that come from Ghana.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Bright brothers. Yeah. And my thing is that we should be transporting this technology that we get from here back there.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We should be building.
Yep.
We shouldn't be like lounging around.
And this is the whole thing, right? We have so many like, once we got here, we have the best education, and like when you go back to Africa, you see the government run most of the stuff like schools, hospitals, and like it's so terrible. Like even for you to like get free healthcare, you're gonna die. Some hospitals don't even have the machine to check the blood and stuff like that. And when you get sick there, you don't have the cash. You were gone.
So why we not transporting? Why we don't got a medical supply business sending shit to Ghana? Nana. I'm saying.
That's the corruption.
No, your ass here selling clothes. Why we ain't selling medical supplies so we can transport that shit to Ghana?
Well, that's not my field. That's one thing. Because maybe I did business. I didn't went to the health.
But that's a business.
Well,
medical supplies.
That's what I'm saying. Like the kind of money that you need in the health sector is It's huge.
It's
big money.
See, that's one thing. That's one thing that we retain over here, right? That you seem to exhibit. That's like we call that the two-step right there. You know what I'm saying? So you dancing around the issue, right?
No. I understand what you're saying. See,
what I'm saying is business minded. You are obviously business minded.
You're talking about health center.
No. Okay. You're obviously business minded.
Yeah.
Right? You an Ashanti, so I know your ass got profit in your blood. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all was selling motherfuckers for profit, right? Right? So now, what I'm saying is, why don't you think profit that way? Because that's enormous profits.
Okay.
The healthcare industry, all the white people scheming on that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody coming here, they want to be nurses and doctors and shit.
Yeah.
They want to work for someone else. You understand?
Yeah, I don't want to work for
They
anybody.
not thinking start their own shit and then hire people. They thinking go get a job.
Yeah.
See, for me, that's the wrong perspective. You understand? See, I know that this shit is a created reality. So all you have to do is create your own reality somewhere else.
Of course.
Now, because you have the space in Ghana, you could build a city.
Of course.
If you build a city, you build a hospital, you build a school, you build the buildings, you put the people you want in there. You understand?
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing we don't have here is land. We had the land. We have our own shit. The last thing I want to do is business with somebody else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mandingo.
That's right.
I'm about the market, but I'm about the market that we create, not the one we trapped in.
I know.
This shit like a trap. You can't get away. They spread their shit all over the world, so you have to do business their way. This was won through conquest. Conquest. We used to do business our way. That's what we lost. We lost our view of the world. We thinking through their goddamn language, and because we thinking through their language, we limited to the damn ideas that they projected. You understand? So we not really pushing the envelope to where it could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Africa's a big continent.
Yeah, it is, but there are so many things, like, if you want to establish in Ghana, like,
Look,
it's
easy. People
right?
understand. People understand. You got to chop somebody's goddamn head off in order to move them out the way.
Yeah.
You understand? That's just the reality of it, right? Like them assholes in Syria doing right now. They chopping people's heads off. I'm not necessarily saying that that's the exact model, right? But it's some people that are so entrenched in their positions that they're not going to move. You understand? You had leaders in Africa dying in office from old age from corruption, but they living like kings. You understand? While the people suffer.
Yeah.
You got to cut their heads off.
See, Africa.
Once you cut 2 or 3 of their heads off,
only like a small percentage of group, they are surviving. They're living like really good, like living in a nice house, have a like best education, drive a nice car, and like good neighborhood. Only about like 15%. That's in the city, in some certain towns. But the rest, like, trust me,
it's bad.
It's bad.
I
like,
know.
It's bad. Like,
listen,
yeah.
listen. My eyes are open.
Even in East Africa.
Listen,
in East
my
Africa,
eyes are open.
People are like, if you have like 2 meals in a day, then you're living good.
Look, nah. In America, right? You have white people that live the same way.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Most of the black people here, they're fooled by the stories that they tell in the media about black people. This is why you always hear about black people. You have white people in this country that are flipping destitute. You understand?
Yeah.
They hate the government because they think the government take care of black people. Black people think White people holding them back. This shit is a big ass game they play here.
Yeah,
they play it through the media, Nana. You have to understand what you're dealing with. When I say it's a creative reality, I mean it's an orchestrated reality.
Of course.
Understanding that it's
designed in a way like.
But if you understand that, then you understand that it is finite. Understanding that it is finite, and people keep reproducing. So they have overproduced for this finite orchestrated reality. So there's never going to be enough jobs. There's never going to be enough space. There's never going to be enough anything, enough food, because people have overproduced. The orchestrated reality is finite. They don't get that shit. You understand? They going with whatever they broadcast on the news. The news is designed to keep your ass tuned in to the bullshit.
Yeah, to believe what
the police, they're here to make sure people can do business. Because if you can't do business, people gonna stop coming here. If the people stop coming here, they gonna stop being able to raise revenue. Can't raise revenue, government gonna collapse. You understand?
That's right.
This is an orchestrated scheme. People don't see it though.
Yeah. Well,
they think they having fun. They popping bottles and making it rain in the club and shit. You understand? Meanwhile, when you look, white people piling up guns because they think this shit gonna collapse. And when it collapse, what we gonna do? They armed to the teeth. Black people running around here with pistols, handguns, a couple of rifles, a couple of guns, but no training. They don't know how to use that shit. That's why when they shoot anybody. Little kids, old ladies. You know what I'm saying? The old man in front of the barbershop. Miss the people they shooting at because they ain't got no training. So now if some real shit happen, what the fuck they gonna do? Get their asses re-enslaved. You understand? Because the white people with the guns, they not piling up them guns so they have to do no work. They piling up the guns so they can make somebody else do the work. Because the work got to be done.
Of course.
And it won't be no money. Because once this shit collapse, the Jews going to go somewhere else. And when the Jews go somewhere else, the money gone. Because this is a Jewish economic system. See, they got, man, listen. White people in this country, they're raised to be fooled into believing that this is their fucking civilization. Check their history. They ain't had no civilization. They was fucking barbarians. You understand? Running from place to place, marauding and Vikinging on people and shit. Rome came to England and gave their ass organizational structure, just like Rome gave organizational structure to Christianity. That's why Christianity has organizational structure today. That came from the Romans. Know what I mean? That's just real. When you look at the history of the Europeans, that's these Anglo-Saxons, the Germans, were savages, man. Savages, straight. For real. They in 1066, their ass got conquered by another German called William the Conqueror. Enslaved their entire race. Said Anglo-Saxons would be enslaved in the hereafter. That's where you get the stories about Robin Hood and all that bullshit. Robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. He was robbing from the Norman Franks. He's a real dude. This is like guerrilla war they talking about. They just put it in like try to put it in lofty terms to make themselves look good. But what you really had was you had one group of them fuckers come in, conquer the rest, kick out their lords. One of the lords went into the woods, Sherwood Forest, that's the woods. He hid in the woods and attacking their towns. He's attacking Norman Franks towns, robbing from the rich, the Norman Franks, the invaders, giving to the poor, the Anglo-Saxons, his people. Why was he giving to them? So they wouldn't rat his ass out. Because the Norman Franks was burning their towns, killing people where he at. But he was hitting them off. As long as he was hitting them off, they didn't give them up. Just seen the same thing happen in Jamaica. You had a dude, they was accusing of selling drugs. They wanted to go get him. People down there said no. can't come in here and get
He's
them.
bringing money
It's
to
the
us.
same thing. The exact same thing. And go figure. Jamaicans, they learn, they culture, is influenced by the British. And that's where that shit came from.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, the Jamaicans were colonized by the British.
Yeah, so you see the same mentality that they had back then. Hiding in the woods. Come on now.
Yeah, they still have it.
Yeah.
But British is not like that no more.
Litton, you can't be serious.
The British, in some way, like...
You can't be serious.
It's just modernized.
You can't be serious.
Trust me.
You can't be serious.
Back in the days, right?
British?
We have slave trade, right? But right now, you get paid to come here to be slave.
No.
You know that, right?
Let me ask you a question, right? When Michael Jordan was playing basketball, did he make a lot of money?
No.
No, yeah, he made a lot of money.
No, a lot
they
of
paid
money.
him millions.
I mean, not like before.
No, they paid him millions to play basketball.
Okay.
Right? Now, understanding that someone was paying him, right? If they're paying you millions to dribble a ball, how much are they making? Off of you. Right?
They make a lot of money.
Look,
too.
off of you. Right? If they giving you $2 million just to dribble a ball and throw that shit through a hole, how much are they making? If they give you 50 million, 100 million, how much are they making? What are you doing? You a fucking circus monkey. You dribbling the ball and running up and down the court.
And they're making a lot of money.
You understand? Listen, when you look at the culture, you see Roman culture. You see arena, gladiators. You see entertaining white people. That's what you see. You understand? Don't be fooled because black people tune into that shit now and are entertained by it also. That's not our culture.
The basketball.
Well, we in a foreign culture. Look, basketball. You see black people dominating basketball? Basketball used to be a Jewish game. There was no blacks in basketball.
No.
It's a city game. We wasn't in the city. They brought us here to the fucking woods. You understand? The blacks that was in the cities, they was in the cities when they had our asses enslaved in the cities. And then because it was so long, they grew up in this place. You understand? But that game, that was a game, that's a Jewish game. You check the history of basketball,
I mean,
and you look back
in
in the days and you see
basketball, but sports, especially most of them like running track,
Yeah, we dominate that.
Oh, okay.
But nah. Remember, those are not our games. So when we came here, we wasn't playing those games. They were.
They were, yeah.
You understand? So you go back to the first black who played tennis and the first black who did. How you think you got the first black who played tennis?
Yeah.
How you think you got the first black who win the golf tournament?
Yeah.
You understand? Who's that? Tiger Woods?